What's up, y'all? I'd like to welcome you to another Teachable Tuesdays video. Excuse the sweat and excuse the stocking cap. I know it got ripped. I gotta get a new one. But listen, thank you guys for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification button twice. One is to subscribe to my channel, and the second one is to stay up to date with all my latest videos that are coming forth. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. More content to come your way. This week, I'm going to be doing a 2-video special. I'm going to do a video today, and I'm also going to do a video on Thursday, okay? So this video for today is 3 types of women that you should not date. I'll say it again, 3 types of women that you should not date. Now, this is strictly off of my personal opinion, but also off of my experience and the many experiences of others that are close to me. So if you have, a type of woman that you feel like you shouldn't date or that men shouldn't date, go ahead and listen in the comment section below. And for my ladies, just in case some of y'all watching and wondering, well, what about us? Don't worry. I got y'all on the video on Thursday. I'm a man of equal opportunity. So, you know what I'm saying? I call things out on both sides as I see it. All right. So here's 3 reasons as to why, or not why, but 3 types of women you should not date. Number 1, you should not date, fellas. You should not date a woman that does not have high value interests in you. Okay? Some of y'all may be hearing that term for the first time. What do you mean by high value interest, Marcus? Well, I'm glad you asked. High value interest is, when a woman or a man, has a high level of interest in you. They see you as valuable. They see you as someone that they really desire, someone that they really want. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, Marcus, what does a high value interest look like for a woman towards a man? Well, there are a couple of things. Number 1, if she is responding to, your text messages and stuff frequently. Now, that's not to say that women don't have lives, because they obviously do. You know what I'm saying? But if she's responding back to you in a timely manner, if she's open to dates, pretty easily, and doesn't seem like you're playing tug of war, she has high interest, guys. If she is willing to try new things with you, and doesn't really bat an eye at it, she probably has high interest in you. If you feel like you have to play tug of war, or she doesn't respond for long periods of times, I'm talking about not necessarily hours, but days and stuff like that. If she flakes on you a lot, if she's kind of pulling your strings, 9 times out of 10, she doesn't have high interest in you, fellas. And I could go more and more, but I'll do a separate video about that later. Yeah, fellas, don't date a woman that doesn't have high interest in you, because there are plenty of women that will have high interest in you. So if she doesn't have high value interest in you, don't do it. Number 2, the second type of woman you shouldn't date. Do not date a woman who is still communicating with her ex. Now, here's what I mean by that. And I know for a fact that somebody in the comment section is going to completely disagree with this. So an ex is an ex for a reason. Nothing against any of my exes, nothing against anyone else's exes. Sometimes it ends on a good note, sometimes it doesn't. But the fact of the matter is, your ex is an ex for a reason, and your ex is the X factor. They are in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you find a woman who is still communicating with her ex, 9 times out of 10 is 1 or 2 things happen. 1, she's planning on getting back with him. Or 2, she's still entangled in the situation with him. And honestly, man, this one kind of hits home personally for me. Yeah, just don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if you have an ex on social media, and let's say your birthday comes around, or her birthday comes around, and one of y'all say happy birthday on their timeline, just to be nice. That's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But in terms of like some form of communication, don't let them, don't do it. Especially when she's talking about her ex and how bad her ex did her wrong and still communicating with him. Nah, she ain't letting that go. She imprinted, brother. And I'm not saying you can't get over imprints, aka soul ties, but if you don't want to get past that, you ain't gonna get past that. And it's a good chance she ain't past that yet. So you don't want that trouble. Trouble ain't no good place to be. Number 3, The third type of woman you should not date, fellas. Don't date a woman that does not match up with your morals and values in terms of being equally yoked. Now, if you are a Christian, a Muslim, or a Jew, or you have knowledge of the Bible or the Quran, you know that it says in there somewhere along the lines about not being unequally yoked with non-believers. Now, that scripture can be unpacked in so many different ways, but really bottom line is you don't want to be involved with someone who doesn't match your morals and values. I'm not necessarily talking about income. I'm not necessarily talking about vision. That's fine. You're going to have different things of those. But when it comes down to certain things, for example, beliefs, you got to be very careful with that. For example, I'm a Christian, right? Nothing against anybody else's personal beliefs, but I will not date someone who is a Satanist. And I know that's an extreme, but we have two different belief systems. You know what I'm saying? As someone who's a Muslim, they might not date someone who's an atheist. Their values won't, they're going to clash. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to make love work from this, because it is very well possible. Prime example, my grandfather and grandma, may they both rest in peace. Pop was an atheist, that was my grandfather, and grandma was a Christian. Now, how the heck they made that work for 42 years, I don't know. But I do know for a fact that there was some tug of war going on during their marriage because of that particular point. So, fellas, you don't want to, again, if she has, different types of income, different, visions and whatnot, nothing wrong with that, fellas. But when it comes down to beliefs and like morals and what you stand for, I'll give you another example. There are some people out here that are abstaining from sex until marriage. Good job. Not an easy thing to do. You might meet a woman that don't necessarily believe in that. That might not be somebody that you're equally yoked with. And that's okay. It happens. But don't compromise your morals and values for a woman that you have an interest in. Because one part about being a high value man is, keeping your foot down on your morals and values and not changing what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you change it on your own, that's fine, but don't change it for somebody else. Okay? So those are my three things, or three types of women that I believe fellas should not be trying to date. And ladies, like I said, I got y'all on Thursday. I'm going to be talking about 3 types of fellas that ladies shouldn't be dating. Okay? So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Remember, hit the notification button twice. One is to subscribe. The second time is to stay up to date with all notifications coming your way. This is Marcus Frazier from Teachable Tuesdays, here to motivate you, encourage you, and inspire you to be a better you. I love you. I hope you guys have an amazing day. God bless. Please be safe, and I'll see you soon.